definitely improved his like movement.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. I think they both did.
I
Leffen comes over
hate
him and gives
Dude,
him
that's
that
like
same
the
shine.
third time
got
that
hit by
match.
that
Yeah.
twice this match. I understand the first.
Yeah, that's very important. I think the last part. Yeah, this section should just be watched again, I think. So we'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, all we can see is Ice is just like he's just not comfortable like playing the character enough yet. And you can tell that because whenever he like has to make a decision, he'll wait a long time to make it usually.
Mm.
Or he'll just like do really basic like nair or whatever. See like how he takes so long doing the dash dances and everything. Like he's just waiting a long time. Which is like fine sometimes, but I think like that's not what he really wants to do.
It's not applying enough
He just double
pressure.
rolled, like you can tell he's like off. So it's yeah, I mean you can tell that he was just kind of mentally shook by the end of that. Griffin just played a whole lot more solid after the first stock. I would say it's really interesting. Whoever did well the first stock each game lost that game so far.
How do you think they're feeling?
Leffen, knowing Leffen, he's probably being overconfident, and knowing Ice, he's probably like, I've got to try harder. But I don't really know. We'll see pretty quickly as this match goes. That was a good approach by Leffen. The Ice lasering has not been good for him at all. Ice doing over. Ice tried to over dash chance because he was worried about the spot dodge, which he got.
Should be like pretty
Oh,
basic
great tech.
to cover that roll.
Well, you can. There's a certain dash sequence you can do to cover the spot dodge or cover the roll. It's really hard to cover both of the dash sequences. You can do it, but it's really hard. And it really, if you only need to punish one, so it's kind of just what you feel your reaction should be. Yeah, see, Ice just did that back air and put himself closer to the edge, so it left him get back on for free. Little things like that should have add up more in Fox Theaters or matches in general, but they haven't in the first match. But now they're starting to hit Ice a lot harder. Yeah, Leffen is taken very strongly to doing a lot of the stuff Axe did. With those coming forward nairs. He's just putting his own lasers in there now. I think Leffen thinks of lasers as Hadoukens, by the way.
As a Hadouken?
Yes.
Okay. Them Dukes.
God.
Hmm.
Yeah, he didn't have to do that pivot or anything. He could have just ran forward and punished. He's just doing like the unnecessary movements are just killing him now at this point.
So, Peepee, are you
Like,
able
Leffen
to
is just
tell
full
when
hopping over and
players
over.
are frustrated?
Yes.
Okay, so like, do you notice that in any of this play?
I mean, I think Leffen is feeling himself a little, but I don't think Ice is. I think Ice is probably like a little flustered. Yeah, I would say. Oh yeah, he's definitely flustered after that double
Hit by the
shot.
J man.
Dang, yeah, that's a rough life. I know how to get out of that now. But outside of DI, like even if you don't DI, you can just DI the shine, first shine up, and you just
Oh,
get out.
yes.
Yeah.
So at this
Leffen was
point,
feeling
Leffen is
himself.
feeling himself. Yeah, okay.
Yep. Yeah, that's why when you see that wave dash and that walk up tilt. Yeah, that's the type of like slower movement out of a fast one typically. Yeah, oh, yeah. That running down tilt. There's no reason to do that. Yep.
Damn, that's like the
Feeling
fifth time he's trying to...
Yep. Oh man. See, he did not have to do that. He didn't even have to
So
do that a
Ice
little.
won winners final.
I mean, they probably a freaking. Oh wait, it's not a 4-7. I'm really glad Europe stopped doing that. Yeah, so I guess Ice won winners final. So that means they did jank characters in winners finals, and Leffen is super not respecting Ice once again.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. And nothing happened.
Pity.
So, okay, Peepee, what do you think of the stage process? Like, what are
It's
they
fine.
thinking when they're... Wait, I'm asking, like, what are they thinking to counter each other? Or is it always going to be
I mean,
Battlefield?
it's not always going to be Battlefield, especially in a Ditto, because they're equal characters everywhere. So it's just about what you're going to prefer. And like, I don't know, Ice probably prefers a little more room, and I would imagine, but I don't think either of them are like real. I think I think both of them are pretty comfortable going to Battlefield, and I don't think either of them. I don't think most people like playing on the other stages as much. So you end up having the most experience on Battlefield. So more of the stages are just going to naturally go to Battlefield. The stage length along the bottom is average. Um, it's like a pretty medium neutral length compared to like the lengths of all the center parts of every stage. So I think that's part of what like let people feel very comfortable on it. Because it's like you can't just like dash dance camp someone, but it's like it's still big enough to where you can move decently on it. Then the platforms give you other ways to move as well. I think it makes Battlefield a really interesting level actually, is because the platforms are actually kind of high and kind of long. You can fall between them instead of just like having space between them like you usually do on Yoshi's and Fountain and Dreamland. And the top platform is higher than it is on Dreamland. The top platform is a very interesting player, and it's useful in this matchup because you can jump from it or fall from it to really quickly because you're Fox to like hit people anywhere. So there's a lot of different ways you can fight them, but you won't see that probably too much in this set. But yeah, so you just need to know about the ground part. Leffen, kind of a bad grab. Leffen's rushing pretty hard. Leffen is rushing super.
Is that because he's feeling
Ice is
himself?
not punishing
Or?
him. I don't know why. Yeah. That was
Oh, it's a nice grab.
Yeah, that was a
Nice.
pretty good punish. But I mean, he's had like so many chances he had to get it. So that's a really good back air.
So you
He
should
had
have
to,
done
like,
it
fall.
earlier.
Yeah, that fall on the platform fall through is very European of him. Yeah. So what he did that little platform sequence is like you double shine and then you go on the platform and then you do the nair so they can't jump and follow you. So the only time they can hit you is in your nair leg, but it's like kind of hard to react to that because they're usually not double shining your shield. So then he falls through with another nair by the time they're reacting, and that's why he got hit. But I think he just got shined anyway. Leffen did. So that's when you see them jump on a platform with an aerial and then fall through with an aerial. That's usually like kind of how it's going, and that's like what Leffen is doing with his double shine nair stuff. It's going to work better on this level because the platforms are wider. You won't see him do that on like probably Dreamland as much, or because there's like less platform coverage. But you'll see it more on Battlefield and Yoshi's because the side platforms are basically everywhere.
Is it easy to consist?
I mean, if people react, it's not that hard to punish. But you also have to be ready for it. I don't know. The thing about like European players is they just like execute their neutral sequences far in advance. So like there are just a couple things that happen where like they just look kind of like noobs for missing each other. Wait, I don't need to go back that far. Oh well, whatever. We're gonna deal with that for a second. Okay, here it comes. Wait, let him die. All right. So Leffen's about to do something on a platform. So he's like, yeah, he just jumped backward and he ran really far forward to the side and grabbed. And like Ice was like not even close to like where Leffen was grabbing. Look at this. Grab again. Hopefully that's far enough back. Okay. So he's on the platform, jumps away, runs and grabs. Like, look, he's already in the grab, and Ice is like flying over his head. Like, look, it looks really stupid.
Maybe he just misses jump.
I mean, so he was trying to forward air.
Well, maybe you use Z to.
Yeah, but then he'd probably be pushing forward like that. Now, he definitely wanted to do, I mean, I'll tell you right now that he probably wanted to do that grab, and he probably thought Ice was going to fall through the platform. It's just one of those things that you do in a situation like that sometimes is you plan like a farther route of attack because you're at disadvantage and you can't react to what your opponent is going to do. So you plan a little bit, but to plan to like give up a lot of stage really slowly and then quickly take it all back is like kind of weird. And if you just have the position to like go back and chill, you have time to react, which is why him running back forward that much doesn't make a lot of sense. Because even if you choose to do what Leffen chose, you have time to adjust it as you're running forward, and he just didn't, which is why it looks stupid. Okay. This does a really weird jab. Don't know what's going on there. Leffen was trying to fall through platforms with moves, doing stuff very far in advance again.
Why didn't he shine?
I don't know. He was just not prepared for the situation. Oh, he actually got Leffen to shield grab.
Like a really
Good back here.
nice-
But he should have just killed Leffen when he was like sitting there by the edge.
Does that make you frustrated?
Killed
that
not,
nigga.
not really. It's just like it's something you should always keep in mind. It's like you wouldn't have to like outplay them so much harder if you would just kill them the first time you had a chance.
I mean,
That was a really good
do you
grab.
take up most? Ooh.
Yeah, Leffen is just kind of disrespecting Ice's space and doing a lot of moves there, but it kind of put Ice off guard. Ice was off guard the whole stock. Like, it's almost like Ice just doesn't feel
So
like
he
he
did-
should just be doing well.
Is that because he doesn't know what to do, or he just doesn't want to
Yeah, kind
do
of.
anything?
And he also disrespects Leffen, I imagine. Yeah, like he just did that mix-up from so far away on that grab because he's like just worried about the roll, kind of. You can just tell he doesn't have like his solid of a plan for
Ooh.
dealing with like tech chase situations. It's like I bet he misses this. Oh nope, Leffen went right at him. Well, I didn't predict that. Leffen could have just gone to the edge and been fine.
Seems like Ice can't come.
Yeah, Ice has not been very good about protecting the edge. But Leffen has been really bad about covering just jump backwards inside B. If Ice jumps to the edge like that, like he almost did, but he side B'd instead. But now he's
How
trying
do
to
you
cover
generally
side.
want to cover the?
Oh my God, Battlefield is. It's always one. Oh,
There he got his roll he's been waiting for. Yeah, look at Ice giving up stage with the dash dance a little bit. Yeah, he always moves back.
That was a great patience.
That was a pretty fun.
Yeah,
That was a pretty funny up air, actually.
that was kind of the scramble of scrambles.
A little way that grab and it just be like, wait,
Starts like an East Coast match.
always kind of like want to be the first guy to get grabbed.
Leffen chose to cover one option really hard instead of doing the back air, and then he didn't do the back air right. Ooh, Florida.
Oh, JC grabbed on it, looking like Mo.
You can't deal with that slight DI.
No, because at that percent you can't regrab, and he just didn't.
Did you say
wanna
slight
up-tilt.
DI?
That's what I'm saying. He's not aware of that. You
No. It was the percent more than the DI. Like the DI mattered, but the percent was like really important because Leffen did that DI at like 50. Then I sort of just regrabbed it. It would have been a big deal.
can't just
So-
do like a back air or something.
Yeah, he could have totally. He could have done like a nair or an up tilt maybe, but he just didn't do any of that. He
I
just
just
stood
feel
there.
like he's just never prepared for that. Not like
Well, yeah, Ice. You can just tell Ice is just feeling much less prepared and comfortable. But that's like just the thing he hasn't been playing Foxes long. Also, when you're doing chain grabs, like you're just in the habit of pushing Z a lot. So if you do like a DI that just requires you to not do it, you have to change your mode of thinking, and like that's kind of difficult sometimes.
all about awareness, I guess.
Yeah, and practice. Yeah, that was worth pointing out. He's fine DI by Leffen, but yeah, it's just like these guys are like punishment machines. It's worth pointing out their mistakes.